This video guys would be something special for one of the best content creator and filmmaker in my country, and here I am talking about Sami Shafai. I know that he is a huge fan of Spider-Man and the Marvel Universe, and of course anime, especially One Piece and Dragon Ball, and for that I took the permission from him so I can use this cosplay of Luffy from One Piece anime to create a Photoshop manipulation video with it. If you didn't know yet, Netflix will release a live action series adaptation coming on 2022, so I decided to create a poster for that using his photo. And now let's stop talking and run this video. First I used the pen tool to extract the body from this red background, and for this case I increased the brightness so I can see the dark parts in this photo. Then for the background I found this photo and I think it's very beautiful for this compositing. Then going back to the body to fix the hair using the refine hair tool, and after that I added an empty layer and paint with the hairbrush to cover some issues. Next step is color matching our character with the background, and for that I used the color balance to add more reds and yellow to the midtones, highlights and shadows. For the shadows in this part I decreased the brightness using brightness and contrast adjustment layer, and of course you can do that the way you are comfortable with it. Then considering our source light in this photo, this part should be brighter than that, so I removed this shadow by adding a brightness adjustment layer and changing the blend mode to lighter color. And after that I used the hue and saturation blend mode, choose an orange-red color, change the blend mode to linear dodge and paint like that. And now moving to the hard part of this photo manipulation, which is create this black effect called Haki, and honestly when I started editing this photo, I really have no idea how I will create it. First I tried to create a shape in the form of the hand using the solid color and was thinking to apply multiple photos until I create this metal effect, but then I got a ridiculous result. Even I can't find a good quality texture of the material I need. Then I tried to desaturate the hand with the hue and saturation adjustment layer, create a curve adjustment layer in the form of zigzag, and I think it's close to the result I want. It can be worked perfectly in another photos, but not with this one. Then I tried to duplicate the hand part in case it messed up, going to image adjustment and apply the black and white effect. After that I changed the blend mode to difference, again go back to image, then adjustments and invert. After this I merged the two layers and convert them to smart object, then duplicate it and change again the blend mode to difference and invert it. Just I did the same process, you can do this until you got a good result. Okay, I merged them again. After that I go to filter, blur, apply the surface blur to reduce this noise from this effect and become smoother. You can tweak these values according to the photo you are working on it. After this I go back again to filter and go to filter gallery and add the plastic wrap effect to add more highlights, details and make it even smoother. Well, at this point we got a chrome effect and not the result we want, so I added a brightness and contrast adjustment layer, decreased the brightness and increased the contrast, and then I added a curve like that, inverted and fixed some parts. Then I added another curve and changed the blend mode to linear dodge and paint to add more glows and lights to look like metal effects. Then I go back to the hand layer and create a mask, and using a fire brush I try to create this effect like I saw it in some photos on the internet. I'm not sure about it, but this is not a problem, I will fix it later if I don't like it. After this I added the hue and saturation adjustment layer, changed the blend mode to linear dodge, and choose a pinkish color like in the enemy, and then paint. Then using the pen tool I created some shapes on his shoulders and some parts of his body. I converted them to smart objects at first because I resized them multiple times and maybe I need to fix some values later. For this I added a Gaussian blur filter and an outer glow from the layer style box. After that I added solid color and changed the blend mode to linear dodge and just paint over the shape to make it look like it's glowing. And then I added a new empty layer, and with the fire brush I create this smoke effect, and for this I used a lot of warping and warping over and over again, and I did the same steps for the other parts of his body. Then I remembered that the background should be blurred to add more depth to the photo, so I used the tilt shift blur to do that. Then I go back to warp the smoke and create the other shapes and pink parts on his body. After that I added solid color, changed the blend mode to screen and apply it on some parts of his body. At this point I noticed that this part is not good and I don't like it, so I decided to remove it. Then I added a hue and saturation adjustment layer, changed it to linear dodge blend mode, and paint with a soft round brush over his body. Then I used the official logo for the upcoming live action adaptation. I can find it in PNG, so using the pencil I extracted from this background. Then I add the Netflix logo and go back again to the One Piece logo and add more orange glow on it. And in the end I merged everything and I added the camera raw filter, and this is the final result I got. If you like this video, a sub to the channel will mean the world to me, and don't forget to let me know in the comments below your thoughts or if you have any feedbacks. Until the next video, stay positive and keep creating.